Hey you guys, it's Sunshine Vibes with the High Vibrations. If you are new to my channel, thank you for watching. If you are returning, thank you for subscribing to your girl. Love and light to you all. So I hope everybody is doing good. Okay, so the downloads I've been getting been kind of crazy, you guys. So I just want to let you know, I feel like somebody's been abusing the authority. Somebody's been abusing something here. And I feel like somebody wants to know a lot of answers. Personally, okay, me personally, I feel like answers, you get answers from within yourself. Okay, so the true answer is your own intuition. Being able to think for yourself is the true power. So my daughter was watching a movie, and well, my 6-year-old was talking to a tree, and she had a full-blown conversation with this tree. Okay, and then the next day I seen a bumper sticker after meditating, and it said trees gives the answers. So it's giving me galactic vibes. So sometimes we search answers from people, and sometimes nature is the true answer. Back in the days, where did they get the answers from? Okay, so something about being outside in the nature, okay, connecting with nature, being one with the universe. Because they did say God created these things as a sense of his creation, so we can see his creation, what he really is expressing his creation here. So it's crazy because it made me think about that. And my oldest daughter was like, it's crazy because the girl in this movie, I'm sorry guys, was talking to a tree. And the movie is called The School of Good and Evil. So the girl went and talked to this tree, and it's almost giving me generational curse breaker energy. The girl that was talking to the tree believed that magical things can happen here. Okay, so there was a myth. It was a story that was told years ago, and it was said that if you have the conversation with this tree, you can go to the school of good and evil. So the girl did not, I believe her name was Sophia, she did not want to stay in her regular life, okay? She wanted something magical to happen. So she talked to this tree, and she wrote the letter for the school to be accepted in the school. So the friend was actually a witch, okay? Her mom was a witch, okay? But the friend was inherited in the family as her family was a witch. So this is in her generation. So, but she wasn't a bad witch, okay? So more of the story, the witch friend cried and told her friend that she didn't want her to go. So the friend and her name is on the tree. They wrote their name both together on the tree. So the friend was like, Sophia was like, okay, so she told her she had already did something powerful by being her friend, being in her life. So she just didn't even want to go to the school no more after this. But then it made her determined she wanted to get away from where she lived at. So they ended up getting swiped up from this magical, it looked like a big eagle thing, and ended up getting dropped off. Well, the witch got dropped off at the school for good, and the other girl got dropped off at the school of evil. And she's like, hold on, you made a mistake. Okay, so this is giving the energy of, the movie was kind of crazy, you guys. But the story, where I'm getting at it is, the witch did not want to be in the energy of being good because she was always around evil her life. But she wasn't really an evil person. So it's giving me the energy of sometimes you have to step outside of your energy field to really know yourself. Sometimes we surround ourselves with the same people. We don't really know ourselves because we're around the same people. How are we growing if we're around the same people all the time? So this is just giving the energy of what looks good might not be good. What looks bad might not be bad. Okay, some things, it's not what you do, it's how you do it. And it's the person that's doing it. It's the person, what type of mind someone has. So the witch was like telling the lady, I think you made a mistake. And the lady was like, there's no mistake. It's not about your outside. It's about what you do. So they both got powers, but the witch's powers was stronger than her friend's powers. Her friend ended up adjusting to the evil side and ended up letting the basically demonic entity that came from the dead take over her, and it made her old, ugly. And this goes back to spells, and he basically did blood magic. And I was getting this, picking up this blood magic. Somebody's doing blood magic in his background. So it's a lot of manipulation and a lot of gossip, because in the movie there was a lot of gossip and a lot of manipulation. People was in both of the girls' ear trying to turn them away and not be friends, but they had a plan to get out of this school and break the curse so they can, get away, which is just kind of crazy. I just thought that download was kind of crazy, because sometimes we don't know what is good and what is evil. But at the end of the day, the end of the movie was all about unity. So this is another thing. When they first got to the school, the lady, they had both of the good and evil on each side. And they said there's no wrong or right way, right? And they told these kids that you have been chosen to maintain balance against good and evil. So this is what I'm getting at. There is good and bad. This is about balance, okay? This is all about balance, because we all have two sides. So, like, even though the friend wanted to be a princess, she ended up being a villain. Sometimes this happens when we don't stay connected to source. And this means just really knowing what it is that we want in life sometimes. I also was getting the download about spiritual sowing. So when you sow a seed, you cannot buy it. Meaning, like, when you plant spiritual seeds, change is something that you have to want to do. Like, we search for answers everywhere, but they are within ourselves. And we have to go outside in nature and connect to actually understand thyself, because it's giving me the energy of, like, territory energy here. Because in the movie, they was just explaining to the lady that basically Raphael wanted to come back to life to take over with his evil spirit and kill everybody. So he used Sophia. And this is sometimes what the devil does when we are feeling depressed and lack. He uses us, and he uses other people. So the same way God uses us, he does too. But we have to have the power to discern the needs from the wants here. This is why I think some people do not understand my intellect as well, because I have like a very, very childlike imagination, meaning like that is my gift. I'm coming to the realization that is one of my gifts as well. When it comes to kids, when it comes to children, I have been given some type of power to be able to understand kids on another level. So I'm able to, they are able to understand different forms of discernment, okay? Because that's why they have movies and books. So we can read and we can teach certain things to our kids. So this is like a sinful nature within us as well. Sometimes we are childish because, okay, our Father, God, okay, he is always watching over us. So when we desire things that he has not put in us, this is like a sinful desire, right? But don't give the enemy a seat at your table. That's also what I was hearing today. Don't give an enemy a seat at your table. And when I heard this, it was 12:12. Okay? But trees are the answers. And I kept hearing that. So I just been getting all types of downloads about that as well. So I am about to tap into these messages, you guys. But yeah, at the end of the movie, it was all about sticking together. Okay? Because the devil wants us to work against each other, but that is not what Spirit wants us to do. Yeah, see, my candle did that. That is not what we are here to do. We are here to help each other and be one. Unity, okay? Balance and harmony. To be at peace, not at war here. The government wants us at war here. And we all know what the government is doing right now behind the scenes. Don't want to talk too much about it because might should, because that's what they want us to not talk too much about. The things that are happening in real life right now. And this is what I feel like you are focusing on. And it's also a lot of prejudice things going on too, I feel, at this time. Because I feel like it has something to do with religious beliefs. It has something to do with gossip. Okay, somebody has been gossiping a lot about you, and I don't think Spirit like it. Okay, because I was hearing blood magic. Somebody could be doing blood magic, blood work. But like I said, somebody was just being used by the devil. Maybe they made a mistake and did this magic on a chosen one. Like I said, because yes, okay, this is the mistake someone made here. Because somebody is not a believer. But I feel like God had to make them a believer. Somebody is not a believer because I'm hearing, is it heaven, not hell, or is it all a lie? So somebody is not a believer in a higher power, or somebody is just not a believer in judgment, karma. But somebody's about to be made one. Somebody needs to understand as well. I don't feel like you don't need to be a part of a fellowship of believers, because to only go to church won't save you, okay? I mean, but if that's the what level growth you are in, yeah, but going to church won't save you. This statement deprives a lot of people, because fellowship with believers, it's more than just a get together on a Sunday. It's a life lived together in unity, okay? Because he saved us. And he wants us to honor him to other believers and love each other, because it's his blood that binds us together. So, you know, it's one of those, it's giving me one of those energy. You know how sometimes some friends you pull away from, you see again, and it's like y'all never left. This is like divine connections. Okay, don't get me wrong. Yes, when I said growing and getting in new connections to expand your horizon so you can understand who you are, that's one thing. But like divine connections are like people who are like your tribe, or they don't have to be family here, because it's his blood that binds us together. This is what makes us brothers and sisters. Okay, you need this kind of fellowship with others to carry love and support you, okay? And they also need you too. So don't think you are being used. Who wants to, okay, worry about being used, worry about being useless. Okay, calling on the highest plan of protection, Archangel Michael, give me clear messages for my collective. Okay, I guess I feel a little too much peace. I'm telling y'all, it's about unity, it's about peace. I am a being of love, and I release all negative energy. So yeah, you are releasing negative energy at this time, and you want peace, sir. I'm going to read what this card says, okay, you guys? I am a being of love, and I release all negativity. This is a gentle reminder that balance in the mind is in order for your soul to live its true nature. At this time in your life, you are to learn the value of peace and quiet and the joy of being still. One can never be truly connected to the source when the mind is engaged with unneeded chatter. Look around your life and be conscious of what elements are taking you away from the peaceful nature of your soul. Who or what is interrupting this solitude? It is time to reconcile past hurts and perceived injustices. Your peace may also be fostered by changing your outside view. Create harmony around you physically within order and calm. Trust the voice of your higher self to create an environment in which you can truly be in tune with your soul. Yeah. Thank you, Spirit, for the confirmation. This is about peace. This is about harmony. This is about bringing balance to all humanity. And this is what you are. Yeah, love. I commit to the practice of seeing the good in all things. Courage, having the courage. Okay, relationship, honesty. Yeah, having healthy relationships. This could be